this could have been a highway where we are right now. There were great plans to take that right-of-way that Amtrak and the Orange Line now occupy and expand it into a highway to kind of link the north and the south of the city. People resisted it and eventually got state officials and federal officials to scrap those plans and instead build this institution, which has served this community for 50 years. The fact that those folks stuck with that and said, we have a different vision for our community, I think is incredible, and we see the results today. The goal is really to offer a first-class educational opportunity to several different populations of people. Young people who maybe thought college was really out of reach for them. And we want to be an institution that says there's possibility and potential for you. But not just for that young person, it's the older person who's in the middle of it, just past raising a family, and now wants to go back and realize that dream. It's the worker who realizes that they'd like to move up and they need additional training and support in order to do that. We want to be a place and space where people across this community and the greater Boston area in some cases can find educational opportunity that can make a difference for them and their families. Well, I hope that they read their stories and realize that these weren't superheroes, right? They were ordinary people just like them who took what gifts they had, what opportunities they had, tried to make the very best of them, and decided they wanted to make a change. They knew that none of them could get it done by themselves. And they are what I would call community-driven. They were trying to think about this broader neighborhood, this broader community and city of which we're a part, and how do we make it better? The homecoming. I'd say one of my favorite events there really was the graduation. We had phenomenal people, David Banks from New York City, and also to Michael Curry, both of whom were just extraordinary leaders in this community. But it was the students, it was their stories, it was their families that were so proud. It's hard for me to get through those commencements without a little tear, because you realize this is such a landmark moment for so many. There are lots of great moments. Where do I start? I mean, April Holmes at our health and wellness, young woman with an athletic future and then into marketing, tragic train accident, becomes an amputee, and then goes on to become a gold medal winner in the Paralympics. Just sitting around listening to and watching young people listen to her story. And you're saying, I'm seeing seeds planted for them to tell them, you know, whatever you've been through in the context of the pandemic, whatever you're going through currently, boy, you can bounce back. We had an extraordinary collection of people, many of them local, some of them from far away, well-known figures, but also people maybe not so well-known, but doing extraordinary work. Again, I think it really spoke to the fact that RCC cares about all of these different facets of the community's needs, and that it's a kind of institution that can draw this kind of participation. We just want people to get together, celebrate the past 50 years, and celebrate that we want the next 50 years to be even better. Because this really is a great school in a great community, and it's got a great future.